Lower body stretches. Draw the right knee into the chest, creating flexion in the hip and knee. Breathe deeply as you feel the stretch in your lower back and the glutes through the back of the hip. Switching sides, draw left knee into the chest. Flexion through the hip and the knee and through the spine. Inhale and exhale, holding each stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. Double knees to chest. Hug both knees in with your hands on top of or under the crease of the knees. This will create flexion in both hips, both knees, and stretch the lumbar spine into flexion. Breathe deeply. You can deepen the stretch by placing hands on top of the knees and lifting your head up off of the mat. Windshield wipers. Opening the feet wide, rotate your hips and knees to the right and to the left. This creates rotation in the hips, lengthens the IT band and the front of the quads. Breathe deeply as you rotate knees right and left, feeling a gentle twist through the lower back. Hamstring stretch. Using a yoga strap or a stretch strap, place it on top of the foot as you lengthen your leg up to the sky. Feel the stretch in the back thigh. Cross the right ankle over the midline of the body to stretch the outer thigh and leg, the IT band. Do your best to keep your knees straight as you draw your leg further towards the left wall. Inhale. Exhale, open the right leg out to the right side, stretching the inner thigh. Bending the left knee, let the left knee fall out to help anchor the pelvis to the mat. This will help to isolate the inner thigh adductor muscles. Figure 4 stretch. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Gently press your right knee away from you as long as you don't feel a pinch. Draw your right arm in between the legs and pull your left thigh into the chest. This will deepen the stretch in the outer hip, the glute medius, and the glute minimus. Left hamstring stretch. Take the stretch strap, lengthen your left leg up to the sky with the right knee bent or straight. If your leg is straight, this will deepen the stretch in the back of your left hamstring. Then guide that left leg over the midline of the body to stretch the iliotibial band, the outer glute, thigh, knee, and leg. Do your best to keep the knee straight. Don't rotate the pelvis, keep the pelvis anchored to the mat. Transition to inner thigh stretch, opening left leg out to the left side, bending the right knee and let it fall out. Once again, to keep the pelvis anchored to the mat. Crossing left ankle over the right knee for figure 4 stretch. Pressing the left knee away or threading your left arm in between the legs to pull the right thigh into the chest. As you pull the right thigh in, you can use your left elbow to gently push the left knee away from you. Cobbler stretch or butterfly stretch. Draw the soles of your feet together and pull your feet in towards your chest. Feel a gentle stretch in the inner thighs. For happy baby, you're going to split your feet apart. You can keep your knees bent or straighten them out to the sides into a full straddle. Breathe deeply into the hips, into the thighs. Double knees to chest hamstring stretch. Hands are under the knees as you reach your arms up towards the ankles. Flex and point your toes to feel that stretch intensify in the calves and the sciatic nerve. Circle your ankles around one way and reverse, stretching the outer legs and shins. Spine twist. Rotate your knees over to the right, stretching your right leg long, hook your left foot behind the knee, and rotate your head to the left. Allow your left hip to lift up towards the ceiling to deepen the stretch. Switching sides, pull the left knee over the midline, hook your right foot under the left knee. Breathe deeply into your entire side waist and the spine. Transitioning into 4-point position, your hands and knees. Beginning with cat-cow, scoop the belly round your spine. Inhale, lift head and tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, round your spine into cat stretch, tucking tailbone and chin under, pushing the table away from you. Inhale as you lift up way up, creating spinal extension. Slide your right knee forward and your left leg back into pigeon pose. As you lift your chest up to the sky, this opens up the left hip flexor. Tuck your tailbone under gently. And then drop your chest down to the mat, shifting your body weight right and left a little bit, trying to find that sweet spot of a stretch in your right glute. Transition to the other side. Slide the left knee forward with the left foot slightly in front of the right hip. Extending the right leg long behind you, curl the tailbone under as you look forward or up. Drop the chest down, shift side to side, opening up left hip. Breathe deeply. Surrender into the stretch. Lying on your stomach in SPHINX pose, your elbows are propped up with your shoulder blades down the back. You're creating spinal extension here. Allow your belly to relax as you breathe into spine extension. Place hands under your shoulders and press your chest up gently into COBRA. Inhale, press up, shrug your shoulders down the back. Exhale to lower the body back down. You're hyperextending your lower back. Tuck the tailbone under gently. To deepen that stretch of extension, you can press up into upward facing dog. You should not feel any increased pain in your lower back or symptoms in your legs. Do this only if it feels good. Be sure that you don't hike the shoulders up to the ears. Keep making the effort to drop shoulders down the back away from the ears. Hip flexor stretch. Reach for your left foot ankle, pull it towards your glutes. Curl the tailbone under to open up the left front thigh. Kicking your left foot into your hand, this will deepen a contraction and a stretch. Switching sides, reaching right arm back for the right foot ankle, drawing heel towards your glutes. Tuck your tailbone under to really open up the PSOAS muscle. Kicking your right foot into your hand will create a contraction and then a relaxation. Press back, rising up into a lunge, a low lunge, also known as crescent pose. This opens up the left psoas, that front hip. Sit back to stretch the right or the opposite hamstrings. Pull your toes up towards the shin. Switching sides. Left knee comes forward, right leg stays back. Curl the tailbone under. Open up your chest as you look forward or up. Stretching the right hip crease. Exhale, sit back into a hamstring stretch, lengthening your left leg, toes up towards the shin. Mermaid stretch. Right leg is in front, left leg is behind. Reach your left arm up over the head, lengthening your left side waist. Lower the left arm down and reach the right arm up over, stretching the right side waist. Bring the left leg in front and the right leg behind, stretching left arm up over the head. You're going to feel a tighter stretch through the left side waist because of the position of your leg. Reaching right arm up overhead, lengthen that right side waist. Cobbler stretch in seated. Draw the soles of your feet together. Drop your chest down, letting your knees come closer towards the mat. Another option or a modification for side bending stretch is to stay seated in a chair as you reach up and over. This may feel more comfortable for your hips and your knees. Creating lateral flexion in the spine creates balance and symmetry. Deep side bending stretch, keeping the right knee bent and the left leg out into a half straddle. Lengthen long, reaching towards your toes, and maybe reaching your left arm towards the right knee. The key here is to keep the pelvic bones anchored to the mat. Switching sides, right leg is long, reaching left arm up overhead, and then the right arm towards your left knee. Keep the pelvic bones and the shoulder bones facing forward to really lengthen your entire left side waist. Forward fold. This creates flexion in the spine from your cervical, thoracic, lumbosacral. Reaching long. You can pull either with your hands or with a yoga strap. Camel stretch, balancing on the knees. Place hands behind your back for support. Look up to the sky. Tuck the tailbone under gently, feeling a stretch in the front thigh, the front of the hips, and the front of the belly, through the chest and the pectorals and the front of the neck. As you hook your thumbs under, you can lift the rib cage up. Sitting back into puppy pose, reach long through your fingertips, but keep your hips lifted high, feeling a stretch through the thoracics. And then finish out with a child's pose, sitting back, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to the mat. Reach forward or back. Allow your shoulders to drape and fully surrender. Open the knees apart if you feel any discomfort through the hips and the knees. Deep breath in and a full breath out.